Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Wednesday, February 11th. Coming up on Cullman Today, a major change could be coming to Alabama's utility regulators, and Cullman County Sheriff Matt Gentry is speaking out against it. Plus, a big step toward replacing Cullman's Swayback Bridge, and a busy night of votes and recognitions at City Hall. And Cullman Police just hit a major milestone, earning state accreditation, one of only a handful of departments in Alabama. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. A bill that would overhaul how Alabama's Public Service Commission is chosen advanced Tuesday in Montgomery. House Bill 392, sponsored by Representative Chip Brown, would shift the three-member commission from elected seats to appointments made by the governor, the House Speaker, and the Senate President pro tem. The PSC sets utility rates statewide. Supporters say the proposal is part of a broader Alabama Affordability Protection Plan package, and Governor Kay Ivey has voiced support for the three-bill effort. WBRC reports the bill focuses on PSC governance and does not include specific rate reduction or cost control provisions. WBRC also reports the officials who would make appointments can legally accept campaign donations from utility companies the commission regulates. Closer to home, Cullman County Sheriff Matt Gentry, a Republican candidate for PSC Place 1, released a statement opposing the change. Gentry argues the commission should remain elected so regulators stay directly accountable to voters and consumer concerns. If approved, the selection changes would not take effect until December 2026, after the November general election. The Cullman City Council on Monday, February 9th, thanked U.S. Representative Robert Adderholt for securing $13.5 million in a federal appropriations bill to replace the old, narrow Swayback Bridge on U.S. 278 near the entrance to St. Bernard Abbey, along with supporting infrastructure. The bridge has long been a choke point as the highway expanded on either side. CEDA Director Jamie Troutman said the new appropriation will be added to a previously announced $20.3 million grant from January of 2025, bringing available funding for the project to nearly $34 million. City leaders said the work is expected to include a new elevated bridge and could involve a different entrance to St. Bernard. In other business, the council recognized multiple city employees and departments, passed ordinances updating building department authority and vacating surplus property on County Road 1466, and accepted a $500,000 CDBG for a neighborhood improvement project with matching funds. The council meets next Monday, February 23rd at 7 p.m. at Cullman City Hall. The Cullman Police Department says it has officially received state accreditation from the Alabama Association of Chiefs of Police, becoming only the 16th police department out of more than 340 across Alabama to earn the distinction. According to the department, AACOP accreditation is earned through an extensive independent review process that evaluates day-to-day operations and overall professionalism. Cullman Police say the review examines areas such as departmental policies, policies and procedures, training standards, accountability measures, use of force guidelines, evidence handling, officer safety, and transparency. Cullman Police say accreditation requires full compliance with hundreds of best practice standards aimed at supporting effective policing, ethical conduct, and high-quality service to the community. The department also emphasized that accreditation is not a one-time milestone. Cullman Police say maintaining the designation requires continuous evaluation and a long-term commitment to ongoing improvement, ensuring the department continues meeting the standards set by the Alabama Association of Chiefs of Police. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, heartbreak for the Lady Bearcats in area title game. Cullman's boys rallied late to win another area crown, and Cold Springs swept Falkville to bring home both 2A Area 11 titles. Sports is next. Welcome back. Mortimer Jordan edged the Cullman Lady Bearcats 52-50 Monday night to win the Class 6A Area 13 championship. The Blue Devils, coming off an upset of Jasper in the semifinals, jumped out early and stayed in control in a back-and-forth game that came down to the defensive stops and turnovers. Cullman had chances in the final minute, but a jump ball in the closing seconds went to Mortimer Jordan, sealing it. Molly Wilson led Cullman with 19 points. Rachel Hoffman added 9, and Molly Duro and Catherine Ugarkovich scored 8 each. Cullman will host a sub-regional game Friday with the opponent to be determined. And last night, Cullman's boys grabbed momentum in the final minutes of their 6A Area 13 championship at Jasper and came away with a 47-43 victory to seal their 5th straight area title under Stu Studeman. Check CullmanTribune.com for all the highlights. Cold Springs hosted the Class 2A Area 11 tournament this year, and both the Lady Eagles and Eagles brought home championships against Falkville. In the girls' title game, Cold Springs built a double-digit lead early and never let up, cruising to a 51-22 win behind balanced scoring and a strong defensive effort. In the boys' championship, Cold Springs led by 5 at halftime, then pushed the advantage to 15 late in the fourth quarter. Falkville made a late run and cut it to 5, but Linden Hill took over down the stretch to help the Eagles close out a 60-49 victory. Next up, the Cold Springs girls will host Red Bay in a sub-regional game Friday at 6, and Cold Springs boys will host Lamar County in a sub-regional game Saturday at 6. In other local matchups, Locust Fort beat Vinemont 59-39, and Lawrence County came out on top over West Point 83-79. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, 4th graders will learn all about water this spring, and organizers need volunteers to make the Water Festival happen. Plus, cake tours, and a big milestone. The Pantry at the Link is celebrating 7 years of service. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The North Alabama Agriplex is helping the area's youngest kids get a head start on agriculture. Annabelle House shows us what Little Farmers looks like in action.
The North Alabama Agriplex is introducing young children to agriculture through its Little Farmers preschool program. Designed for ages 3 to 5, the hands-on series uses monthly color-themed lessons tied to farm topics to keep learning fun and engaging. Each class includes age-appropriate activities like crafts, story time, and cooperative play. February's session focused on pink and pigs, with children creating themed crafts and building structures inspired by the three little pigs. Caregivers are encouraged to attend with their children, and the program aims to spark early interest in agriculture, sustainability, and food systems. The Agriplex says space is still available for upcoming classes, and more information can be found by visiting the North Alabama Agriplex page. This has been Annabelle Howes with Cullman Today.
Organizers are looking for volunteers for the 2026 Cullman County Water Festival set for Friday, April 24th. The festival is designed for all Cullman County 4th grade students with a focus on teaching kids about water conservation, environmental awareness, and stewardship. The goal is hands-on learning. Each student rotates through 3 water activities that cover different aspects of water and how it impacts daily life and the environment. Volunteers play a key role by helping lead activities, guide student groups, and keep things running smoothly throughout the day. If you'd like to help, you can register online through the volunteer form. Questions can be directed to the Cullman SWCD team at 256-734-1431 or by email at kholmes@cullmanswcd.com. The Link of Cullman County is inviting the community to help celebrate a milestone at the Pantry at the Link. 7 years of serving local families. The public is invited to stop by Thursday, March 5th at noon for a slice of birthday cake, a tour of the pantry, and a chance to look back at how the program has grown and talk about what's next. Formerly known as Master's Hand, the Pantry at the Link says its first food outreach began in 2019, serving just over 30 families a month. Today, the Pantry says it is serving close to 1,000 families each month. Leaders say while the Pantry has changed over the years, the mission remains the same: supporting, nourishing, and strengthening families in our community. Those who'd like to celebrate by giving can find the Pantry's wish list online. Cullman Florist is spotlighting a new way to support a local cause through its featured arrangement called the Give Back Bouquet. The shop says $15 from each bouquet sold in the vase will be donated to Cullman Caring for Kids. Cullman Caring for Kids works to support children and families across the county with a mission centered on ending child abuse, preventing hunger, and protecting infants and children through community awareness and support. Cullman Florist, located at 119 4th Street Southeast in Cullman, says the fundraiser is a perfect way to give someone flowers for Valentine's Day and give back at the same time. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Denise Deandra Wisen, 61, passed away Sunday, February 8th. Visitation will be Sunday, February 15th from 3 to 4 p.m. at Mission Community Church, followed by a celebration of life service from 4 to 5 p.m. Carolyn Maurice Trammell passed away Friday, February 6th. Visitation will be today from noon until service time at 2 p.m. at Missionary Grove Baptist Church. Burial will be held at the church cemetery. Felicia Darlene Morgan, 37, passed away Tuesday, February 3rd. A graveside committal service was held Tuesday, February 10th at Fairview West Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery. Carthel Allen Morgan, 63, passed away Tuesday, February 3rd. A graveside committal service was Tuesday, February 10th at Fairview West Missionary Baptist Church. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today starts wet, showers mainly before 9 a.m. with an 80% chance of rain and a high near 61. Winds turn north through the morning at 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 15. Tonight, skies clear out with a low around 33 and light winds going calm. Tomorrow looks mostly sunny and cooler with a high near 60 and a light northeast breeze. Tomorrow night will be partly cloudy with a low around 39 and calm winds. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a great day, Cullman.